20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay. Rep your city. Let me see the mic. Rep your city. Give me the mic. Rep your city. I got you. Rep your city. I'm gonna tell you about mine. Rep your city.
It's time for us to go live, so rep your city. I really would appreciate if y'all roll with me. Feeling this music cause it makes me wanna step. And if you don't want it to, then you lying to yourself. Cause every time we party, we gon' have fun. I don't know about you, but I'ma rep where I'm from.
Rep your city. Okay. Rep your city. Let me see the mic. Rep your city. Give me the mic. Rep your city.
Welcome to the RYC Live Show. We are back once again with another fresh episode on Fresh Fridays. Rep Your City, RYC Live, Fresh Fridays. We're back once again. My name is Artistic. I'm your host for tonight. And we have special guests in the backstage area. Nice, beautiful men and women that make up this legendary crew, right? I am so excited right now because I can't wait to hear their stories. You all make sure you keep it locked and loaded and tuned in tonight because we're going to talk about some great history from these participants that was a part of a legendary crew. And I don't even want to give any untruthful information. I'm going to let them tell their story tonight, right? So they are here in the backstage area, eager and waiting. But before we get them on the main stage, we just like to encourage you all, if you have not done so already, please share this broadcast. Share it to a friend, share it to a family member or a crewmate. Share it to anyone you think might be interested in learning about some history coming from our beautiful city, Chicago, as well as the surrounding suburbs, right? And so tonight we're going to learn a little bit more about what they did, their contributions to hip hop and in the city of Chicago, as well as the surrounding areas, Maywood, and I'm sure that they're going to have the integral details of where they come from, because many crews not only were formed and worked and danced together here in Chicago, there were a lot of crews from outside the perimeter of Chicago in other western suburbs, northern suburbs, and south suburbs, right? So still connected to that web of the dynamic energy that came out of the beautiful state of Illinois, right? Let's just say it like that. And so tonight we're going to be in for a very beautiful treat. Also, if you have not done so, please do us a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to our YouTube channel. It is RYC Live. That's RYC Live. And hit that subscription button so you can keep up with the latest and the greatest of what we got going on. If you like the programming, please show your love. Send us any kind of monetary donation to RYC Live on our Cash App. And if you have any questions or comments for our guests tonight, please feel free to type them in the comment box in the comment area. Send any questions, just keep it clean. Any questions or any comments or concerns that you may have for this legendary group that we have of both men and women. I am super excited. And first of all, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Keep it locked and loaded and share it to everyone. And to our special guests in the backstage area, I thank you so much for taking out the time tonight to be a part of this interview. We have not only made history, but we're going to be making history right now tonight as we speak. All right. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our special guests in the backstage area. We have Vince, we have Sergio, we have Pamela, and we have Sharice, and we have the one and only Steven in the background. And there's another person in the background that I can't remember his name, but he's going to be introduced as well on our platform. He's with our brother Steve. So here we are. This is the Explosonic Rockers. Welcome, 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 everyone.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show, everyone.
Hey.
Hey.
Wow. So, Steve, who is the other member that we have here?
Charles Callum. Charles Callum was the one that started me out in the group. It was just us two first.
Okay.
Before all the other groups, before the Poppers, we was Ace Production.
Okay,
Right.
Very good. Nice to meet you, my brother. Salute.
Yes, sir. Everybody.
So we have a lot of history. We have years of history right here, and this ain't even everybody in the crew, right?
Right.
So what we like to do, we don't want to talk over each other, but make sure your background noises are turned off, or you turn the TVs and all that, radios and all that stuff off, because we don't want them to pick up in our interview. But let's have fun. Whatever you can remember, we love for you to share it. But we're going to take turns going through each member to share your stories. I'll ask the question and we'll pose the question to each member. And you can kind of, if you like to speak on it, you can kind of give your perspective. And we'll just, have a good time. So the first thing I like to do is go all the way back to the beginning. I hopefully have my man Eric from the legendary Jokers. I sent him the information, so I hope he's tuning in. I think that's him right now tuning in. He says, "Greetings from the Jokers." Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. So Eric, by the way, has helped me connect with a lot of, including Steve, and that's how I found you all. So thank you to my brother Eric, Captain Crunch of the Funky Bunch.
Captain Crunch, yeah.
One time for the Jokers.
Yeah.
And thank you to you once again, my brother Steve, man, because this is an honor and a privilege, as you already know. I'm sure you've watched a lot of my shows. I've been doing this for some years now, and I've interviewed hundreds of people in Chicago and surrounding areas, as well as around the country and the world. And so tonight is very special to me because you all have a lot of levels to your crew. Not only are you all mixed in terms of male and female, but you all are mixed. This crew is a mixture of more than one race. Mm-hmm. So it also helps to prove that hip hop is colorless.
Yes.
Right? Some people keep talking about hip hop was started by the blacks and blah blah blah, this and that, but this right here tonight is proven otherwise. Okay. Yes. So I want to make sure that's stressed, that hip hop is really connecting to the spirit of the person. It don't matter what color your skin is, right? It doesn't matter what your gender is, and it doesn't matter where you come from, right? Yep. So if you have the heart and your spirit, the spirit of hip hop connects to your spirit, it's for you. So let's go all the way back to the beginning, and I would like to start with Steve, because I know, Steve, you go back to the 70s. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna keep it 100.
That's why he's the big bro.
Hey, y'all joking, but it was 1975, a year before the bicentennial year. I went to. It wasn't great. I think it was it wasn't Grant Park.
Ryerson.
No, it was by the Golden Dome when they had Central Park. That's where it was. Because I've been away from Chicago for a while, so sometimes I get the parks mixed up. But it was Central Park when I first seen
Eric.
No, it wasn't Eric. No, we didn't see them. We saw them in Bellwood. But it was I think it was the Mad Hatters.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And I was blown away by them. They was with maybe Tyrone Davis.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew his daughter Tyronza back in the day. So it was just a link up stuff, and I seen them. We was kids, and I was inspired. But this is my biggest inspiration. I had to break this out.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Wow.
All right.
Every
Wow.
New Year's, if you didn't see Fred Astaire, if I wasn't up, I drinking coffee and taking no-dos. Fred Astaire was my man.
There you go.
Right.
And he always
I can
got the
relate.
girl.
Yeah.
So I imagine myself being a dancer. Fred Astaire was it for me.
Mhm.
And then seeing Michael Jackson, I started
Yeah.
messing around doing the robot, Shields and Yarnell,
Mhm.
Marcy
Mhm.
Marcel doing the mime and all that stuff, you know.
Mhm.
And definitely everybody on here could test the Soul Train because we used to call each other on the phone. Pam called Cherie. Did you see that dance on Soul Train? What's the new dance? What's the
Yeah.
latest dance?
Right. That's
A
right.
three-way call.
Yeah.
So, but for me, as far as group wise, it was this dude right here that got me believing that we can form a group. Because I was trying to
Mhm.
get in a group called the Greatest Dancers. I seen them at the Bud Billiken parade
Oh.
one day.
Greatest, yeah, yep.
And
With Lucy and George, yep.
I wanted to get in that group so bad because they had their uniforms on, they doing their thing. And I
Yeah.
wanted to be in that group. And I seen them on the corner of Fifth and Madison. And then they said, well, you have to talk to our manager. And they laughed at me. I had a lump in my throat. I seriously was wanting to cry. And he said, bro, we could start our own group. I said, I don't want no damn group. I want to be in that group. So, long story short, he stole a bunch of his father's uniform who worked for Marriott Hotel. And they had the red up here, red,
It was like a stripe.
a red stripe up
Like
here.
the shoulder, like the yeah.
And we cut the shirts till they look like tuxedos and left the back of the shirt
Right.
alone so they could show our six pack. So we called ourselves Ace Production. And people were walking up to us and I said, do y'all know how to do the new dance? What dance? They say, call the pop. I say, we the poppers.
Yeah.
And that's how we got
Yep.
our name, called the poppers. And then we met a guy named Jerry Martin and
Mhm.
a couple of other people, Therese Bryant,
Dwayne
Sherry
Morrow.
Young.
Yeah.
And we started a little group, Levy Williams,
Dwayne Morrow.
Dwayne
Dwayne
Morrow.
Morrow. Mhm.
All of us, me and Dwayne go back to Ryerson on the west side
And
when we
what's
were
his
kids.
name?
Alfred.
Alfred too.
Oh yeah.
What's his name? When I missed the talent show, he was up there with
Vern. Laverne Hawthorne.
Laverne. Yeah, Laverne.
Buckets.
Okay.
Right, buckets.
Three gave him that name. So
Yeah.
from that standpoint, we had a group. But it was a series of other groups around, and I seen them all. And I studied groups. That's what I did. I studied because I only wanted to be in the best. And I can duplicate moves, but I won't duplicate a move if I'm not going to do the move better. And one day we end up going to Bellwood over a mutual friend of ours' house. We like to call them the Jenkins girls. So we end up going over one of the girls' house, and Eric and Moses, and I think Eric Moses and who was that? Eric Moses, Jimbo. They were over there. And they had their Marshall jerseys on. And all of a sudden they said they a group too. And I was like, I'm looking at them like we can beat anybody.
Right.
But I seen these groups. I'm like, I told Charles, I said, we ain't ready. They did one move and they were so precise with it, and they were clowning. The whole concept of dance. I seen the joke. I seen the lockers. I seen them all. None of them ever impressed me like the jokers. And I'm telling you, it's like music, A flat, B minus. These cats was everything.
Yeah, they not only had their dance move critique all the way down, the outfits, everything, and they ain't miss a beat.
They didn't miss a beat.
Nope.
Now we was hating on them then because we kept saying they ain't better than us, they ain't better than us. But we lied to ourselves because they was all that. When I tell people,
yes, they were.
you had to see them in their prime.
Yeah.
When I tell
Yeah.
you, and I tell people, and Shireen and Pam would tell you when we in practice, I was like, no, we gotta do it over again and
Oh
again.
my
It's like,
God.
hey,
Over and
Yes.
over and over.
Over
I
and
said,
over
no,
and
I seen
I'm
over.
the
like, are you
Joker.
serious? We did
I
it
seen
Yeah,
the
he was
5
Jokers. I
serious.
seen the Venus Electronics.
He
I
was
seen
serious.
Tidal Wave.
What about
I seen the Floor Masters.
when we went to the dungeon that night and they had all the groups there?
Yeah, when we did the AMP thing, I think,
All
you know,
AMP.
my thing is, I think we could have been placed a little bit behind because I think we only got as far as we did. I think we probably got third. I think it was Venus Electronics, Tidal Wave, then us. But I thought the Jokers should have been in front because, but Ronnie McCubbins, guy from the Venus Electronics, I grew up with him also. But that routine was so good, it was creative. It was creative. But I don't still think on their best day they could have hanged with the Jokers. They was just creative that day, and they pulled out all the stops. But in some of our routines, I stole from every group. That's what made the Explosonic so powerful. I stole from every group, but I did their move, guaranteed, better than what they did.
Okay.
Because I seen it.
Okay, so let's do this. So just so that we can make sure we kind of evenly balance out hearing from everybody. Steve, could you just highlight what was your name? What was your street name?
Well, at first it was Boogaloo Boo Boo. when I was with the Poppers, and then when I got with the Explosonic, it was Sirlock alias Pop.
Sirlock alias Pop.
Okay. And Andre Locke was Sirlock Jr.
Okay. And now, what's your buddy next to your name? Just for the record, what's your name?
It's Charles Callum, and it's always been Charles. That's what they always say.
Because he never came to damn practice. That was all right. And let's say this for the record. This is for the record. Let everybody know Bellwood, Maywood, parts of the West Side, Oak Park.
I was the one that could never kick out the group.
We couldn't kick him out the group because he was the pretty boy at the time. We needed a pretty boy. Everybody got their face guy in the group. He was the Michael Jackson of the group. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But he never came to practice. His popping style was unorthodox because he was knock needed, and he never came to practice. So he had a certain way he popped, but it really wasn't how we popped as a group because we were more precise.
He was cold though.
You know, but everybody took his style, I'm telling you, and danced just like this guy right here. And when they would come up to me trying to dance against me, I used to say, man, you dance like Charles Callum, I already know. I said, that's his style. Okay. Everybody, when they start to do that little pump and then jump like that, that's his.
Okay. All right, so let's go over to Pam now. We want to go to the ladies. Let's start with Pam. So Pam, when did you start? Were you dancing before joining the group?
Yes, I was dancing before I joined the group. I was skating. I was doing gymnastics.
Everything.
I was on the track team, basketball, anything. You know, I was doing it all. Driving cars, even though I wasn't old enough to drive cars, but motorcycles, dirt bikes, anything with wheels. You know, I was doing it all.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, I know we talked about this before we went live, but what year did you join the group?
I believe it was 1980.
1980.
Yep,
okay.
1980 or 1981. I believe it was 1980.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's great. So now, and did you have a specialty in, did you specialize in a certain move as a dancer?
Yeah, the tick.
The tick.
It was the tick. Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
Sharice,
Okay.
remember?
And what was your dance name, Pam?
Everybody called me Mouse.
Okay, now why did they call you Mouse?
I really don't know. I can't tell you that right now today.
You tiny? You want to be tiny? Yeah,
I don't know.
I can tell
I
you
have
why.
no
I can
idea.
tell you why. Because Pam looked like at that time like the little Jerry Mouse.
And they called me Goody too, so I had two names.
Oh yeah, Goody.
Yeah,
Goody. I remember Goody.
Goody was one of
Goody.
that Goody was the first one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I still use those names right now today.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's go to Sharice because I actually interviewed Sharice. We did a phone interview. I don't know if you remember Sharice, but a couple of years ago we did a phone interview. Now we're doing the live video interview. So tell us, when did you start? Were you dancing before joining the crew?
Well, I was in a group with 4 women and girls at the time. It was called Dynasty. So I was with them, and I just felt like, we were good. We were going to different places, dancing at people's homes, their little backyard parties. But I was like, that's not enough for me. This is not enough. So my brother Steve, we walking through class, walking through the hall. I already knew him. So I saw them dancing, and I got a little jealous. So I was like, I want to try out for your group, So he was like, nah, I don't think you could do it. I don't think you could do it. We're in the hallway with a stairs. He made me try out there in the stairway.
That's Steve.
And then he said, all right, I'll see you at practice. So at that time, I was dancing with Gerald Martin, Dwayne Morrow, and Steve. And we danced against the greatest dancers.
Yes.
They played the wrong song. We were in a talent show. We lost. But we got them the next year. And that's when Pam, Steve, I think his name was Tim, and Laverne. And we whooped them. We won that one.
Well,
So I think I
worked that sucker to death.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That was amazing. I got to tell you, Daryl, we came out the way Steve had it, because he's also an artist. So he drew these boxes. We were like, we got to get them. So he drew it, and we took a refrigerator box and a big TV box. And he painted magic wand on each box. They had no clue what was going on. Steve and the guys was like, they did a little move. They clapped their hands, and me and Pam came out those boxes.
Hey.
They couldn't do nothing with it. And then in '84, we joined the Explosonic Rockers. I met Pam.
Make sure you don't let that camera cut your head off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I met. They were at a club dancing, Steve, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And I was with Pam. I was like, Pam, we got to get in this group. So we went and talked to Steve again, our choreographer. He was like, well, you got to go get 2 more girls. I said, 2 more girls? And I said, what do we dance off of? He said, you got to figure that out. I'm like, oh, wow. So me and Pam went on our assignment. We got Janie and Jody.
Yep.
And they could spin on their heads. So we was like, oh, we got this. So we had to show him a little move. Went over there to see. We was like, we ready. We like, we started popping. He was like, he laughed. He got this laugh. And so he was like, y'all in the group. And me and Pam was like, yeah, boy. So it was amazing. It was 11 of us, just to let you know. May have been more, but I remember 11 being picked up by our manager, Ray Moffitt. He would take us to McDonald's afterwards, and Steve was the hardest choreographer. I had the nerve to give him some mouth one day. And so the manager was like, you can't talk to Steve like that. You have to do what he tell you to do. I looked over at him because, we're cool before this dance group. We're already cool. So I'm like, he don't tell me what to do, But then I was like, okay, here. So that's how that started. So, and my name was Sugar Pop.
Sugar Pop, yeah.
Sugar Pop.
There you go. All right, let's turn it over to Vince. Vince, go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, Vince. He changed the game when he came.
Yeah.
Steve-O, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Steve-O? Steve-O,
Yes, sir.
I love you, brother. I miss you. You're my
I
older
love you
brother.
too, bro.
There's not a memory that I don't have of you in my whole entire 7th and 8th grade.
Right.
You are in all my memories, big brother. That's all I got.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, bro, man. Love, man. Man, you changed the game. When you came to the group, I knew we were going to be winners. I knew it.
You guys changed me.
Rick used to talk about the flow masters and everything. But when I said, I told Ray, I said, we add these two guys, Ray, it's over with. These guys, they got the look, they got the moves, it's over with. I knew it.
I loved it. It was the best time of my life, man. Best time.
It really was. It really was.
It was just
It
weird.
changed our lives.
It was weird because Ray comes up to me, and you know, and at that time, I'm what?
Yeah.
Come on. I'm in 7th grade, and here's this old man coming up to me. I thought he was sweet. You know? Well, we're having this tryouts. We're taking this group. I go, tryouts? You guys got 50 guys in ninja outfits. What do you mean? Who knows what I'm talking about? It was just everywhere. Everywhere you looked at, just they were all getting down. But yeah, they went to the audition. They told me I was in the group, and I never looked back.
Yeah.
Looked back. That was
Good
it.
stuff.
It was me, Steve, Andre, Eloy, and Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I remember Steve one day, I think 2 months into, you were saying, "Oh, we need a 6th member." And that's when I put my hand up. You remember right away, I said, "I got Ricky, the best head spinner ever."
Oh, yeah.
And that was it. That was the final 6.
Yeah, because you guys was trying to teach me how to spin on my head. And Steve was like, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. And I did it that one time, that I tried it again. And right, I'm like, I'm done. I'm never doing that ever again in life.
Well, I just wanted to say one thing. I just got to say this. And Steve is going to remember, and Pam. We did I think we were dancing for the CB club, the motorcycle club. And so Steve had us to do the windmill or something, where he locked me on the front and he locked Pam on the back.
Oh my God,
and so they were throwing money. And so I'm arguing with Steve during the whole dance routine because he started going faster and faster and faster and faster. And I was like, "You're going too fast. If I fall, I'm going to kick your butt when we get through." He said, "Just be quiet. Keep going." And so he just kept, and I'm doing my legs like, I just kept going, but I kept fussing. But we did it. We didn't fall or anything. That was the bomb.
Okay. Now for the record, Vince, what was your name for the viewers to know?
Man, back at that time, I think I remember Steve calling me Kid Crab. I don't know why.
Kid Crab?
Yeah, he had the crab down.
Crab. Kid,
Yeah.
Okay.
And then later on, it became Pop Rock, and that just stuck because I was a breaker. So Pop Rock stuck, and that was it. Until later on,
It was so good.
Calling me Wicked, but that was later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way later on.
And what did you
Pop Rock, I like Pop Rock.
what did you specialize in, Vince?
Definitely popping, a little bit of tricks. My boy Ricky, which everybody knows, rest in peace, Ricky.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Yeah, he had the power moves. Everybody knows him. He had all the power moves. I had the tricks. You know, and him and I together, we thought we were unstoppable until all of a sudden we joined Explosonic and realized we're learning like everybody else. We taught each other how to, you know, Steve will tell you, never will tell you, routine over and over and over
and over and over
and over and over, and that's
I
already know.
That's how we became unstoppable. We just made sure every fucking cranny was perfected.
Right.
You know? And that's why I think we were number one. That's why we stood out, especially the routines that Steve-O gave us. You know, like I said, boom. And then you remember McDonald's. I'm sure everybody remembers McDonald's, of course.
Yes.
Many times that we didn't get no food because we messed around a lot.
Right.
2 items. 1 item.
Right.
Oh, y'all messed up? Y'all only did 1 item. Y'all don't need 2 items. Y'all weren't good enough for 2 items.
Everybody was stingy too. We were like, "Hey, can I have a piece?" No.
All right. Very good. So let's get, last but not least, Sergio.
First thing I want to say is thank you and to have me on the show here tonight.
Yes, sir.
And nice to see everybody again. And Steve-O, I owe a lot to Steve-O because he's the person that found me, if you remember.
Yeah.
I believe it was 1984. I was a freshman in high school, and I was a lone wolf, you know, but I was hanging out with the wrong crowds. and I happened to go to Maywood. I grew up in the area, Bellwood, Maywood, and they were having a breakdance contest. They're in the park. I forgot the name of the park behind the police department. If you recall.
Fifth Avenue.
Yeah, Fifth Avenue. And I was there, and everybody was taking turns breakdancing. And next thing you know, the gangs messed it up, and big fight broke out. There were some shots fired, and everybody ran. I ran, and then next thing you know, Steve was right next to me, and he's like, "Hey, just keep low, and, pretty much from that point on, we became friends, and he saw me dance and stuff like that, and he introduced me to Ray Moffitt and to the guys, and brought me in.
Okay. So was this crew your first crew, or were you in a crew before this one?
No, it was my first crew. I was I would go to different breakdance contests, stuff like that, and happened to be there that night, and that's how I met Steve-O.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you why I put Sergio in the group from the beginning. I ain't no fool. When Sergio was there, he used to have a little tail.
Yep.
There was so many women trying to get to Sergio. I said, I'm gonna teach him how to dance. Sergio had the girls used to be crazy about him, little Andre. So I knew we had to have that certain thing because everybody got something that give them that edge when they show up. We had that same thing when we had the international breakers with Doyle Cloyd and Danny and Joel and those guys. But this group was special. I knew it was special when I first seen the group. I knew it was special when we were putting it together, me and Ray. And as much as we practiced, even if it was good practice, I always told Ray, "Tell him it sucked. Tell him it sucked. It wasn't good."
Oh, really?
Yep.
So we had to
didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
So we had to do it.
We didn't know that.
Really?
Really?
It was too much for the girls in the end, but they was like, "Steve, come on, let's go. We gotta go home."
I know,
Let's
right?
do it
I can't
again,
tell you how
right?
many times I got in trouble.
Yeah.
She's like, "Did I tell you to be in this house?" I'm like,
Right.
My dance crew.
Yeah.
And Daryl, I forgot to add that they were the Explosonic Rockers. That's who we saw perform, and that's what made us thirsty. Steve also had me to come up with a name for the girls, so I called us the Rockettes.
I was going to mention that. So yeah, I'm glad you, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that too, because I think that's just dynamic. That's genius to do something like that.
Yes.
Let's actually go into some of the pictures that we have. Now, Steve, you mentioned the International Breakers. Yeah. That was before the Explosonic Rockers, right?
That was right before the Explosonic Rockers. But before the Explosonic Rockers, they was called the Maywood Breakers.
Okay.
Okay.
So
when Ray came and knocked on my door, he asked me, he said, we were in the Provisory's talent show. We beat them. And it was 30 of them. When he hired me to do a choreograph for the Maywood Breakers, he said, I take these guys to McDonald's every day we practice. I can't afford it. He said, so I had to get rid of some people. I got rid of 26 people. There was only 4 left. I didn't know them from Jack, but the people that I kept was Lloyd, Lawrence, Charles A, and Carlos. Right. And Carlos quit on us the first time we were supposed to have a routine at the Coach Light going against the Floor Smokers, which was alias Tidal Wave. So the guy said, "Steve, you know the routine you taught us, please dance with us." I said, "Man, I'm too old. I retired from breaking and dancing." Then it was 4 of us. And the only reason we lost against Tidal Wave that night, because I put in their head, these guys are so good, we can't win. And we only lost because I put some tricks in this strobe light. And when our routine started, we was bumping to each other and we lost the $1,000 contest.
Okay.
Ever since then, we was in a Suntime contest, and Gus Giordano thought we won when he left. He said, "I didn't know y'all came in second." He said, "I thought y'all won." Floor Masters won, but they won the the money in it, but they gave the dance lessons to us. Once they gave the dance lessons to us, we went to Evanston, Illinois, and we took those dance lessons from Gus Giordano's, and that's even sharpened my mind a little bit brighter to how to format a routine, how to come up with your points, and how to look at things differently. I saw things differently. And so a lot of that too goes to Ray getting us to Evanston, because none of us, I know I didn't have a car at that time, but it all worked out.
Now, let me ask you what
okay. Well, I was just going to say that I think Ray was definitely meaningful for them to go as far as they did, but Steve had always had a neck for choreographer.
Yeah.
Right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yes. Number one.
Now, were all of you all from Maywood?
Yeah.
I was from Maywood, yes.
Me and Sharice, we were best friends. And we still is.
Okay.
But now, let me tell you, we have Franklin Park, Stone Park, Lincoln Park, Hyde Park. Everybody wasn't from Maywood. And we had German, Irish, Lithuanian, Mexican, Puerto Rican. So we had every nationality that you could think of in the Explosonic Rockers when we were performing at our peak.
Okay.
And we didn't have no problems. No problem. We were all brothers and sisters.
We was all brothers and sisters. We didn't go against each other. We worked with each other. We were.
And the only fight was between me and everybody else who didn't want to practice.
Actually, Uni Lloyd threw down one time, remember? In the van?
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened, why it happened.
No. That was Ray Buchanan who played for the NFL Falcons.
Oh, yeah, Ray Buchanan. Yeah.
Ray Buchanan.
That was Ray Buchanan.
Okay. Now, what high
and
school?
I almost jumped out the van, by the way.
Now, what high school did you all go to?
Proviso East.
Everybody went to Proviso East?
No, I went.
No, but majority of the bottom three of us did.
Yeah.
Charles, Steve, me, and Pam.
Proviso. Yes. Okay. What about you, Vis and Sergio?
I went to West Leiden and North Lake. Ricky went to East Leiden.
And I went to Proviso West.
Proviso West.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And the other girls, Janie and Jody, they came from East.
Yeah.
Okay.
East Leiden. Okay.
All right. So this picture right here, Steve.
Oh, that was the International Breakers.
Oh my goodness.
That's International Breakers. You see them guns? No, I ain't had none then. I
got What year was this, Steve?
That was 1983. No. That's 83 because it was going to turn to 84 when we got with the Maywood Breakers. That was in the hallway of Proviso East. Okay. That guy that's on the right, Danny Evans, rest in peace.
Oh, Danny Evans, rest in peace. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the Saxon Paint Company that sponsored the citywide breakdance competition. What do y'all remember as the time went on building up to the day of that competition, the main competition?
Vince, you can tell them.
Practice. I mean, I'm not lying to you when I tell you it was practice. And anytime we tried to individually do something, we got routine now. And people put us in order, like who was the strongest and the weakest, and blah, but the way he formed us all together, we just dominated. That's all. I mean, like I said, our routines were unstoppable. The one move that gets me to this day, and a lot of people don't believe me, and Steve, I think you're going to verify it today, hopefully, was the move that you and Andre did. I don't know if you remember, you guys used to grab hands like this, and you used to take it over your head, and his head was on top.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
And he did a head spin on your head a couple times. And nobody believed me that ever happened. Like, get the F out of here. I'm like, dude, it happened. He did a head spin on a head spin.
Amazing.
You did that, right, Steve-O?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. That's all I wanted because people don't believe some of the stuff.
I tried to tell people that
I
myself,
know.
and we was both like this, doing a hand spin, his hand on mine, and that's how we locked. But I said we had to do something that shocked that hadn't been done before.
That's true.
Some stuff was done before because I seen New York Dynamic Rockers, I seen New York Rocksteady Crew, I seen all of them on Real People or That's Incredible. So I know what they
that's incredible.
So if I seen they moves, I was gonna. If I couldn't do it better than that, we're not doing it. It got to be like our own. It's just like somebody singing.
You gotta own it.
If you don't make the song your own, don't sing the song.
Right.
Yeah.
That show.
What about the football role?
Oh,
well, that role was the idea.
Yeah.
I forgot where it come from originally. Because I know we did it in high school in football, but I think who brought it to the group was Lloyd and Lawrence. Lloyd and Lawrence was going by the Electric Dominoes, but when they went to group, Ray wouldn't let it be no separatism. You're Explosonic.
Yeah.
He told them throw all the domino. You can say that all you want to, but when you with this group, you're Explosonic. So Ray made that clear. He said, when y'all on the subway, y'all the dominoes, electric dominoes. When y'all with the group, y'all Explosonic.
Right.
I remember because then you threw me into the mix with that, so it was us three doing that football role.
Yeah.
Sometimes he taught the girls how to do it one time.
Yes.
Sometimes
he taught us how to do it once.
The show must go on. This person wanted to quit. The show must go on. It didn't stop for nobody. And it really didn't stop for me once I left the group. It just don't stop.
No.
It doesn't. Hip hop don't stop.
There you go. There you go.
I can tell you firsthand. It don't stop.
How about this legendary photo right here?
Woo!
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's Reggie Lloyd, Coopwood, Lawrence Little, Vince, Ladina, Andre, Brent, Brentwood, and me in the middle.
Yep. I remember that.
Was Ricky?
I did that little graffiti on there. That was whack, but hey, it worked.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't whack.
I say, Ray, I'll spray anything. Just go.
Now, what year was this, Steve?
That was 84.
This was 84. Okay.
Was that at the church, right?
Yeah, that was at the church.
At the church.
And Brent in the middle, that's the German guy.
Yep, Brent.
I think he's a lawyer, if I'm not mistaken now.
Really?
Oh, good. Really good.
Yeah.
Wow. Where's he at? Where's he stay at?
He was in Lincoln Park.
Oh, he's
downtown.
Still here.
Yeah.
Right, what about this collabo here?
Hey. There go Jamie. There go Jody.
Well, that's
where you at, Sam?
I don't know. I'm not in there.
Sugar Pop.
Yeah. Man, where was you at?
You guys noticed Jody.
I have no idea.
That's what I said.
I tell you
I don't know where Pam was.
That's when we did Inside Out, the television
Yeah.
special. Inside Out, NBC, I think it was on NBC or ABC. They cast us to do Inside Out.
You guys remember
Little D?
But I don't
You guys
know why,
remember Little D?
I'm not in the picture.
Yeah, in the middle.
Little D down at the bottom. Yeah, Little D. I remember. I remember.
She could do the helicopter back in the day as a female. She was the only one that could do the helicopter D.
You're right. Yeah. You're right about that. And she was good too.
And then, like I was saying above her, Janie, and then to our left, Jody, and then Milton. I was dancing all with them before I came into Explosonic.
Okay.
Exactly.
You guys, we all became friends, and then when I left, they all came in. But it's wonderful to see this picture. I think it's so beautiful.
That's beautiful.
I love it.
Really, the history.
I love it too.
I got them all on Facebook. As a matter of fact, I lived next to Jody for 5 years. I was upstairs. She was
really
in Schaumburg like 3 years ago, and nobody's heard of her since. So.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Was this the same day, or was this a different day on this next picture?
I think that was the same day. I think they took a picture of the guys and then just took a picture of the whole group.
Okay, that's Kevin Chapman up top. That's me in the middle. Ray Buchanan to the left. Sam,
I can't think of his name, last name.
Oh, Sam. And then you got Milton, Andre,
Yep.
Sergio.
hmm Yep.
Nice. Nice.
That's nice.
Yeah. We got to find some more old pictures. And I wish I had to took some more time to kind of look through the ones that I had. But perhaps,
Mm.
I'm sure you guys may have some in your collection where, Pam is in those pictures, because we definitely
Yeah.
I want to actually put these pictures in the museum. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
Mm.
that's
yeah.
Okay.
awesome.
That'd
Yeah.
be nice.
Hey
Yeah.
Daryl, you have the one that I sent you when we were when we were dancing with Saxon Paint Company? I think I sent you a few of them.
Yeah. So
You
this
have the
one
one
here,
Okay.
this one is a kind of cropped. So maybe
Okay.
you all might have a full version of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's when we won the
Oh,
championship.
look, who is that at the bottom?
Man.
That's Kevin at the
Every time I look
bottom.
at that picture, it's just so surreal because that
Yes.
that bona fide, when people say they beat us, I always can say, you a goddamn lie. We was the best. Period. 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 And after that
Right, we
picture,
just said period.
we got another member of the group who became very famous with the Explosonic Rockers, Pepsi, Baby Pop, Kevin Chapman.
Yeah.
Nice.
Shout out,
Yeah.
Kev.
So yeah, we need a fuller version of that one, because that one is kind of, you can tell it's kind of
I
cropped.
sent you one. I thought I sent you
Right.
two of them. There's another one that has Andre in it, and that's it. I think I sent it to you. If not, I'll find it.
Yeah. Well, I have
got a few of them.
the two that I have that you sent me. This one, and you could talk about it while we pull them up.
Oh, I just sent you that one because here, you want to freak out, Steve-O? When we were doing the contest at the Sears Tower for the Saxon Paint Company,
Yeah.
you remember DTR Down to Rock?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and when we were out rehearsing, I'm noticing this little kid to the side, and he's not breaking, he's dancing. And I'm going, wow, this little kid's actually doing pretty good. Okay, no big deal. Fast forward. DTR later on, when I was 15, 16, 18 years old, they became Down the House. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Down the House. They were famous. Keith, Dorian, Macho, bunch of them. A lot of them danced over the catwalk at whatever. They're all over the place. But long story short, I come back from Miami, learning Miami style, because I was always learning everywhere. Like you said, you learn everywhere. So when I came back from Miami, everybody's telling me the story about Down the House. There's this guy Down the House, Dorian and Keith, man, they're the best. They're the best. And I'm, you know me, Steve, but we're old school, so we're cocky. I want to see who these guys are.
Yeah.
So that's when I was dancing with the two young brothers, and everybody tells me, these guys are here. These guys are here. You want to see them? So I went up there, and Dorian right there, he's in front of me, and instantly it was that little kid.
Wow.
Wow.
Right. And right away, I got all these feelings emotional. So I just went up to him and started fucking around with him. Sorry, my language. I started messing with him. And right away in his face, he knew it. We just embraced. And he became my partner with the two young brothers, hip housing, hip hop. I mean, I ventured to a lot of things. We did a lot of shows, but he passed away like 7 years ago. He got hit by a drunk driver, but he was Ricky. Ricky was my boy until you guys.
Right.
Yeah, that was my man right there, man.
Yeah.
Ricky Dorian was my boy. He was Dorian Darnell Brown Lee, the only one that could keep up with me, because the only people
I saw Vince. I saw you doing some moves on your page one day. I think you were at a party. I was like, oh, his brother still got it.
And listen, that's how hip hop was. And when you're an Explosonic Rocker, it's in your blood.
It is.
Break something, but you give me a couple of days of popping, I will still never lose to this day. I will not lose.
That's right.
That's right.
It's gonna happen.
And Steve, we need t-shirts.
We're coming soon.
Yeah. Now here's another picture that Vince sent me, and Vince, I'll let you elaborate a little.
Oh shit, that's another one I have when I was with the two young brothers. Those pants I'm wearing there were $400 back in the day. I think it was 92.
Wow.
On it. And yeah, I can tell you that was a 1, 2, 3 club. But I was actually breaking right there when everybody was doing their hip house and stuff. That wasn't my forte. I was breaking.
Yeah.
Right.
Doing whatever. And that's all she wrote.
Wow.
I toured with those guys for like 3 years, man. I never looked back. It was all fun.
Now, Pam, Pam and
Yes.
Sharice, were you all a part of the battle, the Saxon battle with the guys too?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay. So I'm gonna pull up another picture, but let's talk a little bit about that battle, because that battle actually made the write up in several, the newspapers in Chicago, right? Because that was big. What some people fail to realize is that Saxon Paint Company had different stores. We had some on the south side, and there were also some on the north side.
Yep. Yeah.
So, obviously, I'm assuming there must have been some on the west side too.
Yeah, on the Virgin. Alan Sachs. As a matter of fact, our manager Ray Moffitt called Alan Sachs and asked him personally about the contest. He told us it's going to be in different areas of Chicago, and he's going to sponsor the scholarship. He's going to give away $3,000 for the scholarships. He said you can only have 6 people in your group, but no less than 3. So the first competition we went to, Ray said we can either hit this one that day or wait for next week and hit that one. So we end up hitting the one that was over by Montrose in that neighborhood. And we won that contest. We blew past those guys. Remember, Vince?
Yep, we killed everybody.
Easily. We blew past them easily. So now you have to go to one contest and then get into another contest. And once you get into another contest, then it's the finals.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So that's how it came over 4,000 groups to win the championship. However, once we won the scholarship, each one of us got, I think, was it $600 certificate where it had to be geared towards the education and stuff like that.
Yep.
That's good. That's good.
By the time I decided to use mine, Alan Sachs was dead and the scholarship was gone with him.
You know what? Really, Steve.
Wow. We were supposed to do commercial. Remember, we supposed to do a commercial.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Do a commercial, everything.
Because it didn't happen. I don't know what happened, what took place, but we never did that commercial.
It didn't happen.
Yeah. What happened with the stuff with Cox Cable?
That show that we did when we won that contest, the thing for us is, remember, Steve-O, we got the Bozo Show.
Yeah.
We got the Bozo Show interviewed by Channel 7, Channel 9.
I
got that interview on Facebook, and I got to find it when we were on the news.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we would love to. I would love to see that.
I have it. I know. I just got to dig through the records and find it. I have it where the interview was. Well, we walked out of the Henry Horner homes, remember, right through the hall.
Oh, yeah. NBC.
Yeah, but that.
Was you on the Oprah Winfrey Show too, Vince?
What happened?
Was you on the Oprah Winfrey Show too?
No, I wasn't on that one. No.
Okay.
I wasn't on that one. No. But I just remember, I mean, obviously it was great to win that contest, but that contest, I think, opened up the venue for a lot of breakers.
Well, people start respecting us because when you said Explosonic Rockers, you stuck your chest out then.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Before that meant nothing to anybody but us.
Remember what happened though, right? When we won the contest, we got called out by Planet Rock, Floor Masters, Tidal, by 4 other groups, and they said, we're gonna hold the contest at Janelle's crowd approval. And we were scared because that was
we went. Oh man, they was beating. They was trying to kill us. They was punching us. That was at the Aragon.
That was at the Aragon.
What?
They was punching us and everything. By the time we performed, they was giving us high five. They was like, man, man. But we was trying to get home. We trying to get home in one piece because our colors, the reason we mixed our colors because we didn't want to, because all of us really came from different sets, to be honest. You had Black Kings, Spanish Knights, Gangster Disciples in the one group. And if it wasn't, we represent, and you couldn't even be in the Explosonic Rockers if you didn't throw down your crown. That's what Ray used to tell us. He said, our hats are straight and so are we, so you got to throw down your crown.
Oh, wow.
But once we left the group, because we had to go back to our same neighborhoods. We had to go Stone Park, Franklin Park, Maywood, Bellwood. So we knew what it was to go back into our thing. But when we got with the group, hey, it wasn't none of that. We were just a family.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now
And
let
to
me ask.
continue with
Let me
that
ask
story,
you.
Steve, when they called us out, and they said, we're going to have that contest at Janelle's. We all knew that was their home turf, and we were nervous. I don't know if I let you know, but me and Ricky were nervous. We were like, we can't be cowards. We got to go. And we went, and what happened? We killed everybody. We killed everybody. And then the best part of the whole night was afterwards. Remember, we were on our side, and then everybody came to battle us.
And
then Ibrahim came to our side, and then it was just one big battle all night. It was the best night. If
they came out popping and locking, I covered it. If they came out grabbing and hair spinning, Rick and Vince covered it. If they came out doing clown stuff, Lloyd and Lawrence, we covered everything. Nobody could touch us.
Wow.
I will say, Steve, you were a great locker. I remember.
You've
been good.
Absolutely.
Locker and popper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's
precisely.
I still got that hand. I still got it. I still do that thing.
Let's go. I'm ready. Hey, let's go right
there. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Every time I see Steve and every time I see Pam, we bust moves together. Every time I see them.
Every time.
It's our toes matter.
We be like, come on, let's go. Let's get it. We just start popping.
Well, you know what that's leading us to.
Reunion.
We've been talking about that for years. I'm waiting.
Yes, we have.
Listen,
I'm ready.
Can we get through it? We have our canes. Come on,
listen. I don't know if any of you all were aware, but last year we have the privilege of uniting the legendary Puppets. So we bought like 6 members from the band.
Really?
Yeah, and they actually performed. Yeah. So these guys are like most of them are in their 60s.
Right. Oh
wow. Okay.
Some of them are getting ready to hit 70.
Yeah.
Wow.
We used to look up to them. Yeah.
Huh?
We used to look up to them.
Yes, we did. I know I did.
Good. Yeah.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
You talking about 72? They was that good.
Yeah. Was you getting
ready? They were cold.
Was you getting ready to ask me something, Pam?
Nope. I'm just listening.
Okay. So Anthony Fairchild was the leader of that group, and most of them live in California now.
Oh, okay.
And so we did a Soul Train. We did an event last year called Brandy's Disco Ball, and it included Soul Train dancers, from the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah,
and so we called Anthony. He organized along with what's his name? He's probably the most popular member out of the group. What's his name? He actually danced on Star Search. What's his name again, Steve?
Not Alfonso.
Not Alfonso. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I can't think of his name. But he was he danced on Soul Train with another guy, and they had a little group, and they was winning competitions.
Yeah.
But all of them, they all moved to California. Only one of them still lives in Chicago, and then one lives in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So, but they came together. They put on suits.
Yeah.
And actually, they got down. They got down.
Wow.
I was 30.
They still use their rubber bands.
I know, right?
Oh yeah, them rubber bands.
My goodness, I'll never forget.
I remember them rubber bands.
Yeah. Now they didn't have the rubber bands, but they still got. I mean, for them to be at the age that they were, they still look very good. Yeah. Very good. Awesome. Very good. Awesome. And so,
well, maybe we better see what we get. See what we still got.
So yeah, that would be so nice to organize and get you, because we documented all of that. We got the whole performance. We also awarded them all certificates. Okay,
nice.
and they are officially inducted into the museum.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Let's see. I got to get ready for Steve. Oh my God.
I know, right? I know,
Sleepless
right?
nights.
Look,
Good Lord. We got to get ready for Steve.
that would be cool. That would be cool. You know, that would be great. So look at this picture, Steve. I got this one off your page. This one is mid 80s here. So let's talk a little bit about this one. This is a kind of nice vintage one here.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh,
what is that?
I think we was in
Oh
Iowa.
wow!
Sergio, that's Sergio with the jacket on. Sergio, you
Yeah.
see it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Steve,
See,
is that
see,
you with the headband?
that was me with the headbands. Look like ready for the world, but I wasn't ready.
Yes, yes.
And that was Kevin Chapman.
But that
And
was
we were-
that was
Oh wow!
that was our campaign to say no to drugs and alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah.
now,
Okay.
who is it?
That's got a good memory.
Who is the
Yeah,
young
then we
lady
would
in the
do
middle?
a little
That
acting
young
in a
lady,
skit.
we just picked her out the audience.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
We always had audience participation because breakdancing, Ray told us, is not going to last forever. So we got to figure out a way to keep performing,
Incorporate.
but also
Mhm.
interacting. Since we got people attention, what can we give them
Right.
other than a good show? So we start
Right.
using messages.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, who is the gentleman above you, Steve?
That is Kevin, aka Baby Pop Pepsi Chapman.
Okay.
Okay.
Kevin
All right.
was the choreographer after I left.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, you just made a statement that I would like to address.
Okay.
Steve, you said Ray said breakdancing is not going to last forever. Now, I would like to say this because when I first joined, or not say joined, but when I first started dancing, I seen kids dancing and on the streets because in the early 80s when breakdancing began to start arising out of New York, they had already been doing it for some years prior to us us getting it. But by the time it hit Chicago and we started seeing kids in our neighborhoods doing it, I was mesmerized. I was like, what is that? Because I had never seen any. Only thing that I seen remotely close to it was gymnastics.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
gymnastics, it's gymnastics, right?
Right.
But the stuff that they were doing the kids were doing the street style dancing, I had never seen it before, and I never really was a dancer prior to getting into breaking, and so I immediately I was like, I want to learn how to do that. I had a friend that his name is Brian Ramsey. He actually lived right on our block, but his mother would go to California from time to time, and she actually bought a home out there. So he would go visit her, sometime during the summer. And one summer he came back. This had to be like around 82 because that's around the time we started our crew. And they was like, Brian, go ahead and do that popping stuff because he learned how to pop in California.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's where the poppers and the strutters and stuff like that were at. And so when he came back, he did this. He was a ticker too. He did this.
Oh yeah.
He did. It looked like a current went through his body, and it didn't look like he had a bone. It didn't look like he had a bone in his body. And when he did it, I was like, "What the?" I was like, "Dude, we like do that again." Then he went into this whole routine. We was just like, "Oh my gosh, we please, you got to show me how you do that." And from that day on, it was a hook. It was a hook. So I feel. And did anybody see breaking in the Olympics this year?
No,
I did. Yeah,
I was kind of upset that we didn't have better representation.
Okay, now, hold on. Let me just ask who all seen the breaking? Who all seen it?
A little bit.
I think this
I saw a little bit.
Did you see it, Pam? Oh, she got her mic muted. I don't know. Did you see breaking in the Olympics?
I did not. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I got to apologize.
It was totally disappointing.
Crazy, so I'm sorry.
I seen enough when I seen it.
I seen it and it was disappointing.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
It was horrible.
Let me let's talk about this a little bit because I think it's a reason why things happen, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go back. Let's just step back a little bit to the 80s. Now, remember, 1984 was very pivotal for breakdancing because we were doing it prior to 84 already on the streets, right?
Right.
And of course, you know, for some of us in the parks, the streets of our neighborhood, and then eventually into the clubs. But 1984, because remember, in 1983 they had pieces of it featured in the film Flashdance with the Rocksteady crew.
Yeah.
And then in '84, it exploded because it was in several movies such as Breaking and Beat Street. Crush Groove. So when it did that, and the reason why it did that is because they knew that they could make money. So and then it just exploded, and everybody, and then it was at its apex from like 83 to like 85, because Crush Groove came out in 85, and then it started kind of doing a decline. Because now all of a sudden, you know, now it's like, I remember when we were still dancing and people were like, "Oh, that's breakdancing. Play it out. That's played out." We was like, play it out for you, right? So I think, and now, and even back then, the New York City Breakers had proposed it to go to the Olympics back in 1984. But like we said,
Ray Moffitt and myself was trying to write a letter and told them they should let it be in the Olympics back then also.
Yeah.
And they were saying that they didn't know how to fit it in because, you know, they
incorporate
didn't know where to start. You know, it's so complicated. Who will be judging it and this and that, you know.
And how?
They couldn't have breaking back in the day because we would win everything.
Yeah,
now they can do it because everybody's breaking. Back in the day, you ain't beating anybody. You ain't beating us.
Right, you definitely not.
Like they looked at rap like it was a trend. But
yeah, they wasn't ready. They wasn't ready. Now, I was gonna say they wasn't ready for it, but here's my point.
No, it wasn't.
So a lot of us, Latino and blacks, right? We were there from the beginning, right? And there were other races that still don't get their credit, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? As the culture continued to develop, a lot of us stopped, right? And I'm talking about, you know, the black and some of the Latinos that were doing it early on, kind of like, you know, people got jobs, people went to the service, people went to school or whatever, and then it was just like, okay, I don't have a lot of time to do that no more because I got family responsibilities, and they stopped. So now, when the Olympics came along, some people, what I've been hearing the feedback is some people saying, well, first of all, people got upset because we didn't bring home the gold medal. You know, the gold medal went to Canada. Okay. So, you know, people were trying to figure out how is it that if breakdancing started in America, why come we didn't bring the gold medal home?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. You know, how does it go to Canada and not America? Right. Well, think about, when did you stop? Like, when did a lot of us stop? And we didn't pass it on to our nephews or cousins or little brothers or whatever, so that there could have been more representation of us in the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
So that's the reason why a lot of us wasn't there, because a lot of us stopped and didn't pass it on. So
I tried.
You know, whereas they pick, you know, like if you go, hip hop is strong in Europe. If you go out there, or Japan or any of those other countries, they embrace hip hop to the maximum. Okay, you know, especially dancing, graffiti, rapping, you know, but yeah, they took it to a whole nother level. Whereas, you know, I guess we kind of get, you know, almost like, you know, content with where, you know, we started here in America. So, you know, it's almost like the race between, what's that, the tortoise and the
hare.
And the hare.
Yeah.
And you think, you know, you fast, so you can just kick back and relax, and you know, you ain't got you know what I'm saying? But then
you gotta stay with it.
He moving real slow, but he's still inching closer to that finish line.
Right.
Got a whole lot of cousins.
Yeah. So I just think that, first of all, breaking is not going to ever stop.
Yeah,
okay?
Never did.
We may not be actively involved in it, but there's but remember, there's always it's 12 and 13-year-olds, just like it was for us, that still I seen a baby on Facebook in a pamper doing head spins. Okay. Pamper. He's in a pamper doing head spins and handstands. Okay, you know, so he can't even use the bathroom properly all the way. So they have learned how to dance way more far quicker than we ever did, because remember, we didn't have TikTok, YouTube, or any social media to learn. We had to learn by memory, or if we had somebody that could teach us. But most of us learned by mistake, like trial and error. You know,
That is true.
Or what we
in our basements,
and like Steve said earlier, what we seen on television. You know. So but today the kids, all they got is, they got YouTube. They can type stuff in and all type of videos pop up. So it's never. I mean, we've just celebrated 50 years of hip hop, so it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. You know.
Never will.
I think the perspective of it all, participating in the Olympics, was a little off just because of that Australian woman, Ray Gun.
Yeah.
When everybody's seen that, they let that outshine the rest of the great dancers that was a part of that competition. Because everybody's talking about Ray Gun. And I said, well, do y'all even know who won the medals? Everybody talking about Ray Gun, but what about the people that won the medals?
Yeah, she overshadowed the winners. That's why it was like people was just like wasn't interested because of that. Yeah. They highlighted her kind of
like she was the one that was the representative.
Making a mockery of hip hop. At its highest form. Right. In its highest form.
Right. Bad representation.
One time for Andre Locke, and please never forget Amir Locke. Say the name.
Amir Locke.
Amir Locke. There you go.
Andre Locke.
And that's why it's important for us. You all are still here. You're still, alive and breathing, and that's why it's important.
Thank God for
that. Even if we can't get down and do a move like we used to, we can still talk about it. We can still educate.
Hold on. Who can't do a move like they used to? I know that's right. Let's go. No. Tell him to pop. He be tripping when I be at the store and I do something. He be like,
let's go right now.
Let's get it.
Right now.
Okay, come on, Steve. You gotta bust a move. You was called out for go now. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, Steve. Come on, Steve. You gotta bust a move. You got to do it for hip hop. For the Explosonic Rockers.
Come on,
bust a move.
Let's do this. Let's say the concluding part of a little short showcase where we can play some music. And anybody that love to get up and get down, we can. But before we get to that, I want to say this. I think that, first of all, I appreciate you all again for coming out, because initially I had been corresponding with Vince, and even Vince was I could tell Vince was a little apprehensive, like what is this about? What is this about? What are we doing here?
Don't say my government name.
but we talked over the phone, and and then it was like, okay, it's I'm not the police or anything like that.
You knew what you were talking about.
Hey, Vince been like that all his life. He want to know the detail, what's specific.
That's right.
That's just
you right about
he want to know, Steve-O. So what is that? When? What time? Who gonna be here?
Right.
He want to know.
You should.
Yeah, that's and I appreciate that, and I think that. Again, for the bring, and then even you, Sharice, you was like, well, I'll listen in, and I'm like,
no, Sharice, no listening, no.
I said I'll just let Vince talk,
So
I'll be the backup.
Saying this, but Sharice, she was one of the baddest female breakdancers back in our day.
Yeah,
she was good. When I tell you, she inspired me.
Thank you.
That's what's
like
up.
she did this move. She put her hands behind her back and her head.
Oh yeah, that's my trademark. That's it.
Break it all down. I was like, oh,
that's it. I can still do that. I can still do it.
Hey, Steve-O, you remember Charles A?
Oh man, rest his soul. Chauze passed away like I think 2 years ago. Yeah.
But you know,
I tell people I
Thank you,
stole
Tim.
a lot of Chauze's moves.
That was a lost talent right there with that guy. Lost talent.
Yeah, Chauze kind of got in trouble with. He was locked up a lot of time. But Chauze was an innovator. I seen his moves. And he was just good. Chauze, Steven,
That tell the truth, he wasn't the only one.
oh, lock it up now. So it's you know, they have things, but Chauze was so good. He was just, his body was just meant for popping. He can bring his body all the way out, and when he hit it just go into a move that was just so good. Chauze was just, his moves were so good. I had to duplicate some of the stuff, but even trying to duplicate his stuff, I couldn't do it. That's one of the guys that when you try to do something better than him, I couldn't even do it better than him. Chauze just body was built for it. He has little ribs. You used to remember how thin he used to be? He could put his whole body here, and it just was like deformed.
He took his chest out like he was having a heart attack all the time.
Yeah, he can bring
Right.
talk about all the way out. It's just like
All the way.
keep it up and then pow. Next thing you know, he was just that good.
Yeah.
I really can't say enough about Lloyd and Lawrence. Lawrence Little, Lloyd Coopwood, Brant, all those guys, Kevin, Ricky. I just knew when, like I said, I knew chemistry, and I knew what we had when I saw it. And when I saw it, I knew that we were champions. The world had to see this group perform. We were Jabberwockies before the Jabberwockies. That's all I'm gonna say.
There you go. That's what's up. Yes. Now let me ask y'all: did y'all have any favorite songs that y'all like to dance off of back in the day?
Oh yes.
Can you name some?
Time.
Take your time. Do it right. Take your time by SOS.
Take your time. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, and Shake Your Pants. Shake Your Pants by Cameo. Shake Your Pants by Cameo.
Up in Here by Barcades.
Pop What You Got. Pop What You Got.
Pop what you got.
Yeah, we started off with that.
Pop what you got. Hey.
Let me see.
For me, it's got to be all Africa Bambaataa, looking for the perfect beat.
I was just thinking that.
Oh yeah.
Kind of cool stuff. All right, all of it.
And what's Prince song? Prince song had one too. How? What was it? Housequake? No, that wasn't. I forgot. It's one by Prince. Prince had a real good one.
And what was the other one? Firecracker.
Firecracker. Oh my God, what is that one? Oh.
I like.
Well, the ultimate one on the feast. It's time.
Oh my God, that was an old one there.
That was a good
feast. It's
time. I like Honey to a Beat.
How could y'all forget? Yeah, Planet Rock.
Planet Rock.
Yeah.
Looking for the perfect beat.
Yeah.
And what
More
else?
bounce. We got to give some love to More Bounce. More bounce.
More bounce.
Funky Makosa.
Yeah, that's all time.
Yeah.
There's too much shit. Funky Makosa. I mean, all kinds of shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what we used to practice too, just to get us started. Because I used to always have it. Well, Shake Your Pants went on. But
Shake Your Pants.
Inspired by the Jokers, because I almost thought they made Working Day and Night by Michael Jackson, the way they danced off of it. I had to. That was in my head. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh yeah. It
was always in there.
Yeah, that beat. Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, we got to get the reunion together. Come on,
Yeah,
we got to do
yeah.
something.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm
We're not
ready.
getting any younger. We're not getting any younger. Okay.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. So,
No.
Steve, you gonna be here in Chicago tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah, we leave out tomorrow, and we'll be there for
You
about.
are.
We'll be there for about 3 days, and then we got to head back up here, down here.
Okay. Well, make sure when you come, you hit me up, so you can come down and check out the museum.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make that happen, and then everybody else, maybe we can make some arrangements to get you all there too, so you all can see it, we could take some current pictures and what have you, and that'll be
we need one with Pam. We got to get Pam.
I don't know why I missed all the pictures.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And you are on some because you was like, what? I forgot. She's on them. I don't know. You don't have yours?
No.
Because Ray made us copies.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
We got to get.
So you know what you're gonna have to do? You're gonna have to put the outfit back on, and we're gonna have to paste you into the picture.
We're gonna have to do that. Absolutely.
Because you got to go in the museum, my sister. You got to go in the museum.
Yeah.
I know, right, man.
So,
Yeah.
But when we take that picture, you got to take the picture with the costumes on.
Right.
That would be nice.
I agree.
I'm trying to get those uniforms that we won in so he can put them in the museum. Ray got them.
That's a good idea.
We still got them. They came from Murray Majors, downtown Chicago.
Does
Steve,
anybody
have all of them? Even the red and the blue ones?
The red and the yellow.
What I'm talking about.
Does anybody still
the
have
red and yellow?
Does anybody still have one of the trophies?
Well, I got stuck with a lot of trophies because we had over 400 trophies. I can tell you that.
Okay.
And when moving around, I kind of lost some of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Well, whatever you all may have that you would love to donate to the museum, we'll take. On behalf of representing your crew. So if there's any kind of
a lot of pictures I gotta find.
Yeah, definitely pictures, any kind of outfits, like I say, a trophy or two, whatever, that, because that's
I hope he still has the jean jackets we used to wear for the plays that we used to do, because they had like a little hip hop characters that I drew on them. I still do the same thing.
Yeah. That's cool.
Well, we can definitely get that red and get some, yellow jogging pants and the red hooded sweatshirt. We can definitely get that from anywhere. And you can just, put the name on it and we can take it to the museum.
Yeah.
With some gloves.
And sign it. And we can sign it.
Yeah. Good idea.
Well, the Rocket, but we had the yellow ones.
Yeah.
Those red and blue ones are always the best. So shiny and just stood out.
The blue ones was very pretty.
Just stood out.
Yeah. The red, blue, and white ones.
Those outfits, I remember, we were so proud. We stood out.
That's
what would be amazing if we could find that Channel 5 video, but I called several times and they don't have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a video. Like I said, I gotta find it when we were interviewed, Steve-O. When we were interviewed, it's about a 2-minute video on Channel 5. I have it. I just gotta find it because I remember posting it. So I just
saw it.
History. I just gotta go to my history.
Yeah.
I got it. I just gotta find it for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, would y'all like to say any concluding remarks in regard to the dance or any fond memories? What would you like to say to any up and coming dancers today?
Stay with it. And stay with it. Don't give up.
Mm-hmm.
Do not give up, because I gave up. And I think I know for a fact that we would have went really far. And I know Steve was kind of upset with me, and he should be. I was right there, 18 years old, just fresh, just super fresh. And I decided to move on and do my little thing and had a child. But I still could have went back to the hip hop. Yeah. But I didn't go back, like you said there. I didn't go back.
Yeah.
But I'm still same thing. Yeah,
that was me. I got married at a young age, whatever the case might be, had a baby. And but I was still dancing, skating, still doing some of the things that I was doing, but I just lost contact with Cherise and Steve and things like that because we just sort of grew apart.
Yeah.
And that was I guess that was the saddest thing for me, that we just sort of grew apart, so-
Well, I became homeless back in 85, 86. So
Really?
after my mom and dad separated, had a downside. And, it's life things, but it made me better. I own 2 houses now.
Amen.
Yeah. And see,
Amen.
and see, that's what I'm saying. We all had, the bumps and bruises of life kick in as you get older. You know what I'm saying? But like you just said, Sharice, it doesn't mean that you can't, like LL Cool J has a song where he say, "Don't call it a comeback."
Right. I've been doing this for years.
Sometimes life gets in the way, but that shouldn't deter you from not being a part of the culture anymore.
You know what? Sometimes the culture comes to you even when you think it's over. It's never
That is
over
true.
because I get phone calls when I go out somewhere. My friends be like, she can pop, and
Yes.
they have me bust moves wherever I go. And I'm like, okay, don't tell nobody I can pop. And they tell my daughter. My
Sometimes I'm
daughter
just
sent me
going out to
something
enjoy
last
it.
night.
Yeah.
My daughter sent me something last night. Same thing. She was like, "Mom, this you, Mom. Here you go, get it."
Hey.
Like,
Well, just think about this. Now, Soul Train no longer exists, right? Only in the minds and
right.
hearts of the people that was there. But do you know that
Mhm.
they do a reunion every year out there in LA?
I would
And
love to see that.
they get together and they dress up in old
I
costumes
love that.
and they do the Soul Train line and everything.
Wow.
And we're talking about the dancers from the 70s and the 80s
Yeah.
and the 90s.
Yeah. Yep.
They still get out there and celebrate. And so
Mhm.
it's a
And,
good thing to be able to still do.
and Sharice, she
Every
One
can
more
Soul
step
thing.
Train
too.
line.
She can step.
Every
One
Soul
more
Train
thing.
line. We doing Soul Train lines for life because every time I go down, it's always a hip hop move.
Yeah.
Every time. Every Soul Train
Every
line.
time.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Sharice, she's a really good stepper. She know how to step really good,
Yeah.
Chicago style. She's like just cold. She's cold with it.
Yeah.
And,
Good
Thank
stepper.
and
you.
Pam, like myself, is a real good skater, and we just
Yeah.
skated.
Oh, Pam. Oh,
JP
wait.
Styles.
Wait.
I gotta see Pam skate.
Pam. Pam was on
Oh,
roll. Pam was on the movie Roll Bounce.
Oh,
Pam
Pam
really?
is
can
Yeah.
skate.
true.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Pam is the
Yes.
truth.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you guys.
Wow.
Thank
I'll
you.
watch you
For
guys.
sure.
I'll just watch. I ain't skating. I'll fall.
Thank you.
I'm not skating. I'm not skating, but I will watch Pam and Steve. They tried to teach me, but my
I've
mother wouldn't
seen
let me come
Steve. I know he can
outside.
get down.
Yep.
I know he
She
can
wouldn't
get
let
Oh
me
down.
come
yes.
outside. We was
Yep.
skating in the streets.
Yeah, remember she wouldn't let me come
Yes.
outside, so they brought the skating to me to my house.
Yeah.
Right.
That was really cool.
I won't say how it
Steve,
go.
Right.
right.
You were there and mom started dancing. That was crazy.
Well,
Steve, you are amazing. You are amazing, bro. And
Hey,
if I never said it, I gave you trouble back then, but I hung in there with you. You my
yeah.
brother for life. You have
Yep.
always been. You protected me, not just through dancing now. Steve is a great protector. He walked me to school every day. He would walk all the way from Fifth Avenue to 15th Avenue to come and get me and then walk me back to school. That's my real brother right there. And
yeah.
that's my real sister to the right. My
Amen.
brother at the top, Vince. Charles, my brother.
That's
The
what's
I'm
up.
discipline
trying to
that
see
we
where
got,
would you
And
walk me to
Sergio, my
school?
brother.
the discipline that we got being in the
You're
Explosonic
the
Rockers
one.
and everything that Ray and Steve
Yeah,
taught us.
Yes.
Just the respect and everything was incredible.
Well,
They
Yes, it
taught
was.
you life goals and how to just be perfect and doing
Yes.
it over and over and doing it and respect.
Yes.
We were
Yes.
never mean to anybody. We were never disrespectful. We were always
Nope.
just
No.
having fun.
And
Fun.
Steve always brought that smile. He always brought that smile, so we knew it was going to be a rough day, but it was going to end up being a great day once we
It
got
was,
through.
it was either that or Ray next to the stereo with his hand.
Right, with his hands crossed like this.
Happy his hand like
Remember his
this.
hands? Remember his hands?
That was him all day long.
Well,
Yes.
you all definitely have, reignited the family, the ingredients of the family of the crew tonight.
Yeah.
So that is wonderful. I'm sure when you all were at your apex as a crew, it was a sight to see. But I'm glad to just be able to witness you all coming back together tonight just for this brief moment. And
Thank you for having us.
yes,
Thank you for
Thank you
having
so
us.
much.
Artistic man, you're amazing, bro. I'm telling you. I
Yes, you
said it
are.
before.
Yeah.
Without you, right now, there's no us. People won't know who we are. Only through this
Right,
show.
right, right.
Only through this show do
yeah,
you get to
That's
see
right.
true.
who the
That's
Explosonic Rockers work.
yeah. See, there you go.
And
Thank
we
There
you.
you
popping
go.
for life.
And it's
And
a,
then
it's a,
we
it's
still have
it's
so
a,
much
it's
love for each other. We still have so much love for each other.
yeah,
There's
Yeah.
no bad blood here. You know, man,
yeah.
it's just it's wonderful. It's amazing. I'm just so
Yep.
grateful right now. I
And
really
thank
Yeah.
you, Pam. I'm glad to have met you tonight through this, and I look forward
yes,
to meeting you in person.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Sergio, I thank you for coming on, and glad
Thank
for
you.
your participation, and you as well, Vince. I'm glad. So yeah, I enjoyed all of you all. You know, this is
Get it, man.
yeah,
I got it all down still. I got it
Huh?
all down still.
yeah.
Steve.
Got it
Steve.
all down still.
I want to say something.
Let me say something
So,
before you
so
come down.
without further ado, let's go ahead and see what kind of moves some of y'all still got.
Oh
Can I
my
say something
God.
before he busts a move? Oh no, I
How?
gotta bust a move first. Y'all want me to bust a
Yeah,
move? Let me
because you the
say this shit though.
choreographer.
You first. You
You
first.
first.
Put on some music.
Can
Let's
you
Come
hear
on,
it?
Steve.
Then I'm gonna shut up because I want to see him bust a move too.
Can
Hold on, I
y'all
got
hear it?
some form.
Yeah, we can hear it. I can hear it.
Hold
Come
on,
on,
let me
Steve.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah. Come on, Steve.
No. No. Come on, bro.
Then.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Whoa!
Get it, bro. Get it, bro.
Come on, bro.
All right. Believe
Man,
me.
I can't bust
Couple
a move
drinks
right
and one
here in
night
the
out, it's
street.
over. It's over. You ain't stopping me.
Come on, Pam. Get the tick in.
Oh my God.
Come on, Steven, give me one.
Hey.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Gotta
I'm
give
gonna
that
move this
old
a
one.
little bit. I'm gonna move this
Go
way
on,
just
bust
a
a
little bit.
move, man. Go, I see it.
Where'd you go?
Hey, stop.
I'm gonna try, guys.
Go
I'm gonna
ahead,
try.
bro.
Oh, she got it.
Y'all remember this song?
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Go.
Get it, girl. Yes. Go,
You don't
Steve.
lose it. You don't lose it.
All right.
Yeah.
She represented for both of us.
Okay.
No.
That's what's up.
Come on,
That's
bro.
what's
Don't
up.
check on me. You supposed to bust a move.
Yeah. That's
But
what's
I'm
up.
ready for the reunion, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, Daryl? Since you got us all together, you got to set this up.
Right.
Yeah.
All right,
We're gonna make it happen.
Set it up at your museum, and we can record it, and let's do it. I'm ready.
Let's go.
No,
Let's go.
I so look forward to it. Make sure, Steve, that you can get me everybody's number.
Okay.
You know, I got because I was calling your old number, and so now I'm gonna lock this new number into yours. And let's keep in touch. Let's keep in touch. But make sure you hit me up this weekend so that we can, connect too.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanna definitely make sure we connect with everybody that's on the interview tonight, and anybody that missed it. I'm going to send you. Well, you all should have the link too, because I sent the link out for the show. And that way you can share tonight's interview. But yeah, let's make that happen. The reunion should be real nice.
And let's subscribe. Yeah. Let's subscribe to Daryl's channel.
Yeah,
I subscribe.
That'd be good. That'd be good. And if anybody from the crew would like to still tell their stories that wasn't a part of tonight, we can do a part 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Kevin would be good. Dre, both of them together in on the call.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Milton, where's Milton at, man? Vince, where's Milton?
Yeah, where's Milton?
He's been DJing a lot. He's been, for some reason, he's just been taking off. He's just show after show, just DJing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He does his regular job, but he's been doing a lot of DJ. As a matter of fact, tomorrow He's going to be DJing by Triton College at a club called Homestretch Inn.
Wow.
Okay.
I wish I could be there.
Jody, oh my gosh, I haven't seen her in a while. I talked to Janie the other day. I still talk to all of them, man. I still talk to all of them. You know,
Tell them the crew say hello. Explosonic and Rockers and Rockers for life.
Yes. Well, listen, y'all. Stay on for a brief moment as we conclude the show, and then we'll talk it up a little bit backstage before we go. But it's been wonderful. Thank y'all for your stories. We definitely want to make a section for you all in the museum. To let these youngins know who did it back in the days.
Yes.
Who their teachers were.
Yeah. I am the teacher.
Hey, we were handed a little platform from New York, but we had to be creative. They were handed 3 4 5 books.
And think about this. Think about this too, because y'all know the group, the Lockers, right?
Yeah.
So you know, the first generation of the Lockers are almost gone. So you have Fluky Luke. You have Slim the Robot. And then you have what's her name? Tony Basil. Basil. So those are the only 3 originals that's still left from that tribe. And you know, Tony Basil was like 80 years old now.
Wow.
Yeah.
They used to get on the soldier shield and everything.
Yeah. So, but their legacy has been cemented. So, so just keep that in mind. You know, Tony still dances. He still teaches and dances, and you know, their legacy is cemented. We actually have a section for the Lockers in the museum as well because of Shabadoo.
Okay.
Green's finest.
Shabadoo.
We danced with him back in '82.
Okay. He came to Proviso East.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Shabadoo.
So hold on. We're gonna go ahead and conclude, and then great interview tonight. Great episode.
I love you guys.
Thank you. Love you.
Thank you for having me.
Love.
All right, so just keep it on for a moment. I'm gonna go ahead and conclude, and we're gonna talk real briefly backstage. So thank you everyone for watching. This has been another episode of Fresh Fridays, RYC Live, Rep Your City, RYC Live here with our final and special guests, the Explosonic Rockers and Rockettes. And so, my name is Artistic, and we will be back once again next Friday with another episode at 8 p.m. We do this each and every Friday night at 8 p.m. But until then, keep it locked and loaded on this platform. Subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to rep your city. We out of here.
Your city.
Hip hop don't stop. Hip hop don't stop.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
Huh?